중국에서 한국 기업이 떠나자 처참하게 황폐화된 중국의 도시들이 화제가 되고 있습니다. 지난해 9월 LG 디스플레이가 중국 광저우 LCD 공장을 현지 기업에게 약 2조 원에 매각했습니다. 그러자 중국 광둥성의 성도이자 화난지방 최대 무역도시인 광저우에서 곡소리가 나고 있습니다. 베이징, 상하이와 함께 중국 3대 도시로 인구가 무려 2천만 명에 육박하는 대도시이지만 LG 디스플레이를 비롯한 한국 기업들이 빠지자 도시의 중심가가 황폐해지면서 거의 유령 도시가 되어버렸습니다. 그만큼 그동안 한국 기업들이 양질의 일자리를 주고 지역 경제를 지탱해 주었다는 것을 뼈저리게 느끼고 있다고 했습니다. 해외 네티즌들은 중국 경제에 크게 기여한 한국 기업들을 사드버벅으로 쫓아낸 중국을 보며 한국은 중국이 문을 열었을 때 가장 먼저 중국에 진출했습니다. 먼저 공장을 짓고 전 세계가 중국 시장에 진출하게 했습니다. 왜 한국인들은 떠났을까? 그들은 충실하고 좋은 사람들입니다. 라고 말했습니다. 한 유튜브 채널에서 한국 기업이 떠나자 처참해진 광저우에 대한 영상을 올렸습니다.
Guangzhou can't hold out anymore. A lot of people here can't even afford to eat, let alone find work. In the city's urban villages, 90% of the residents have zero income right now. They're living off credit cards, can't pay their mortgages or car loans, and many are just packing up and heading home early for the new year. And the business owners in Guangzhou, they're having it even worse. Blacklisted, labeled as defaulters, sued by their employees, chased by suppliers for payments. Look at this business park I'm in. This is in Baiyun District, Guangzhou. It used to be full of e-commerce companies. Normally at this time of year, every office would be busy with live stream sales or shipping out goods. But now, take a look. Empty. Not a single person, except for a few delivery drivers or food couriers. Our company occupies floors 2, 3, and 4, and honestly, the only lights you'll see are coming from us. If this keeps up, Guangzhou's entire supply chain could collapse. I've been in e-commerce for 13 years, and I've never seen it this tough. This wave of US sanctions, combined with a downturn in the overall economy, has left countless factory owners, supply chain bosses, and e-commerce entrepreneurs with no income at all. People who spent over a decade building up their businesses and savings have seen it all wiped out in the blink of an eye. People have been talking about Guangzhou's decline for a while now, and honestly, just look around. It's hard to argue otherwise. This here is the famous Beijing Road. Sure, there are some cars, but barely any people. Many of the stores are shuttered. It's now past 8 p.m., and back in the day, this place would be buzzing with activity. And I've heard that the situation in Liwan District, the Shangshuaju pedestrian street, is even worse. Do you know why it's like this? On November 27, a vlogger shared images of Guangzhou's Beijing Road pedestrian street, once bustling with weekend and holiday crowds, now largely empty with sparse foot traffic. Visitors who used to flock to Beijing Road and Shangshuaju pedestrian street are now greeted with desolation, a stark contrast to the street's former vibrancy. Restaurants and cafes that were previously bustling are now mostly empty, with staff waiting idly for customers. It's over. There's nothing left to do in Guangzhou. Look at all the clothing manufacturers, our fellow folks from Hubei. They've all gone back home. The market in Guangzhou is just too poor right now. There's no other choice. Everyone's heading back to Hubei. This year, an increasing number of businesses and factories have shut down early or granted extended leave, as economic struggles deepen. Topics like returning home 3 months early for the Lunar New Year have trended on social media, highlighting the widespread layoffs and difficulties in securing new jobs. Guangzhou's Koreatown, located near Baiyun District's Yuanjing Road, was once a vibrant hub for Korean businesses and culture. In the late 1990s, it attracted many Korean entrepreneurs capitalizing on globalization. The area flourished with Korean barbecue restaurants, cafes, and stores, giving visitors a taste of Seoul in the heart of Guangzhou. Today, only a few Korean barbecue restaurants remain, even during peak lunch hours, with most being operated by northeastern Chinese rather than Korean proprietors. Shoppers have expressed dissatisfaction with the remaining restaurants, citing a decline in authentic Korean cuisine. The neighborhood, once a bustling commercial area for fashion, leather goods, and cosmetics, has seen a sharp decline in Korean-owned businesses, leading to lower property values and a change in its overall atmosphere. Residential complexes like Choi Estate, once favored by Korean expats, have suffered from plummeting rental demand, with property values dropping significantly. Similarly, Daehan City, a real estate development by Times Commercial, originally designed for Korean tenants, now houses only a handful of Korean enterprises, replaced largely by education centers and gyms. Korean companies, once prominent in Guangzhou, are retreating from China at an accelerated pace. In 2022, Guangzhou earned the title World Display Capital, with its ultra-high-definition video and new display industries generating over 260 billion yuan. The city led the global market in display module market share and 4K board shipments for several consecutive years. In August, South Korean media reported that LG Display had decided to sell its Guangzhou-based 8.5 generation liquid crystal display factory to TCL's China Star Optoelectronics technology. The sale signifies a shift in LGD's LCD market strategy, with its market share expected to decline from 6.2% in 2023 to 4.2% by the end of the year and further to 1.8% by 2027. Products like 5G phones and home appliances from Guangdong once led global markets. However, in 2024, the province's economic growth has slowed significantly. Retail sales in the first 3 quarters reached 3.5 trillion yuan, a 0.7% increase year on year. This was not only lower than 1.2% growth in the first half of the year, but also falling short of the national average growth of 3.3%. The numbers reflect Guangdong's economic decline is faster than expected. Guangdong's economic downturn is attributed to global economic uncertainty, declining exports and investments, and challenges in domestic economic restructuring. Many manufacturing enterprises failed to transition successfully, facing international market barriers and supply chain disruptions. Local policy measures to combat the slowdown have also fallen short of expectations. Dongguan, another key manufacturing hub in Guangdong, is experiencing severe economic distress. Dongguan's Wanda Plaza was a bustling shopping center filled with shoppers 5 years ago, now faces deserted storefronts and dwindling sales. Similarly, Chiling Amusement Park, once home to hundreds of vibrant businesses, is now in a state of disrepair. A local vlogger from Dongguan recently captured on video the stark decline of Chang'an Town. Once a vibrant hub, the town was previously renowned for its thriving shops, abundant factories, and high GDP rankings within Dongguan. Its strategic location contributed to its economic prominence. However, the vlogger described a dramatic downturn. He said, "Rows of shops have shuttered, including nearly all clothing stores. A stage once buzzing with evening crowds and dances is now a desolate parking lot. Doing business here has become extraordinarily challenging." He added that popular tea shops that once drew large weekend crowds now stand empty, with locked doors and no patrons in sight. He lamented, "Only a handful of stores are still open, barely covering their daily expenses. It's a dire situation."
중국 광동성의 광저우 동가는 그동안 한국 기업들과 한국인들이 대거 거주하면서 지역경제를 살리고 풍요를 누리게 해주었지만 한국인들이 떠나고 나서 완전히 무너진 모습을 보이고 있습니다. 이 영상을 본 해외 네티즌들은 세상을 괴롭히고 화나게 하면 이런 결과가 나옵니다. 시진핑은 서태후처럼 행동하고 있다. 그는 의아하단 때 서태후처럼 모든 사람과 싸우고 싶어 하지만 결국 실패할 것이다. 세계에서 2번째로 큰 경제라고 얼마나 오래 지속될지 보자. 저는 몇 년 전에 이런 일이 일어날 것이라고 말했었습니다. 라고 말했습니다. 중국은 지난 2017년 사드 보복으로 중국 내 한국 기업들을 몰아냈습니다. 애국 심리를 부추겨 한국 기업 제품들을 거부하게 만들고 자국 기업에게 엄청난 보조금을 주며 저가 공세로 시장을 장악하려 했습니다. 이에 많은 한국 기업들이 피해를 보고 떠났습니다. 당시 중국 정부의 기세는 대단했지만 이제는 후회하는 기색이 역력해지고 있습니다. 2025년 새해 한국 기업들의 탈중국 러시는 한층 더 거세어지고 있습니다. 이미 중국 현재 수요 부진과 경쟁 심화 등으로 탈중국을 고민 중인 한국 기업들은 올해부터 시작되는 트럼프 2.0 시대를 맞아 경영 환경이 더욱 어려질 것으로 전망하고 있습니다. 이에 중국에서 사업을 축소하거나 철수를 고려하는 기업들이 늘어날 것이라고 했습니다. 지금 중국에서는 한국 기업뿐만 아니라 글로벌 기업들과 거대한 자본이 빠른 속도로 빠져나가고 있습니다. 이에 대해서 한 해외 네티즌은 이를 한 문장으로 표현했습니다. 세상을 괴롭히는 사람에 대한 업보의 보복. 이상 쓸모왕이었습니다.